This is my work colleague from my former employer in Dubai. Etchel was always up for adventure, and I went several times per year to this coral reef to go snorkeling. We would leave after work on a Friday, me and some friends, and spend Friday night, wake up early on Saturday, go snorkeling, eat breakfast, go snorkeling again, drive back to Dubai for the evening. So this is the view as you drive in from Dubai to Fujairah, United Arab Emirates. It's about an hour and a half drive from work, and it's just a perfect weekend escape to go and pretend you're a fish. I had a particular hotel and hotel room that I really liked. The atmosphere was very comfortable, it was very affordable and familiar. This is called Snoopy Island. The coral reef is below the rocks. This is a famous cartoon in America, so you can probably see why it's called Snoopy Island, because this island looks like Snoopy. So Etchel and I probably left work, I think it was Ramadan during this time, and we got to the place by evening and took a swim and, took a bunch of pictures because we were kind of having a holiday. Went and ate dinner at the restaurant in the hotel. I love that Jim and Juice hat. I still have it. We were being silly. Um, so dinner's pretty good. I mean, it was fine. I had seafood, which is a little bit creepy when you're going snorkeling. Dinner isn't great at this place. There's a lot of good restaurants in the area, but if you don't feel like driving out, it's just fine at the hotel. It's a cute atmosphere at night. It's really fun for like a group of girlfriends or just a couple friends. You can share a room with up to 3 people. And if you have a creepy roommate, she takes a picture of you when you're still sleeping, wakes you up at 6 in the morning to go see the fish. The earlier the better because it's less turbulent first thing in the morning, usually. And you get a lot of good snorkeling in. You get to see so many fish. You can just float on top of the water because it's very salty and look down and see all these fish. This is pretty much the scene. There's a lot of coral. There's a lot of turtles. If you swim all the way around the island, the turtles look at you and say, "What are you doing here?" And you're like, "Oh, just passing by. Not gonna bother you. Everything's fine." There's urchins, there's sharks, there's all sorts of sea creatures. It's the ocean, or it's the Indian Ocean, yeah? So then after you snorkel, you have breakfast, and this is an Egyptian favorite breakfast of mine, beans. They call it full madame. It's a really good snorkeling food. You need a lot of energy for going and floating around in the water for hours. So that is pretty much the morning. You check out of the hotel, pack up the gear in your car, take a bunch of selfies with your friend, and you're exhausted. We're still smiling, but if you've been snorkeling for 6 hours in this heat, you're pretty much boiled in the UAE water. Um, it's an interesting drive home because people start out talking and then eventually everybody falls asleep. As the driver, when you have like 3 people in the car and they're asleep, you're just like, "Ooh, I want a nap." But that's why you leave around noon or 1 in the hottest part of the day, you're driving home. Snoopy Island, I miss you. It was one of my fondest memories in the UAE. And here's the landscape on the way back. I really actually do miss the desert. It's a beautiful place.